Hey, welcome back. We've been gone for a little while, but we're here with our producer, and now on the screen, Gordon, the man Thompson.
Yep.
The man trademark.
Thought of making an appearance, so.
Nice. Yeah, we've increased in numbers since you last saw us, so get keen, guys.
And we've decreased in Instagram followers by one.
By one.
In 5 months.
Who dogged it? Like,
Calling you out straight away.
like honestly, comment right now.
No idea who it was.
It's not like they're gonna know because they're not watching us. So.
You know what I saw the other day? We had 2 dislikes in our first one. Someone was mad, mad cut. I was just like, this is shit. Oh my god, worse than.
Well, that's the one swear word gone now, so we're gonna have to be careful, boys.
One.
No, we're down to.
Yeah, gone.
But
it's fine. It's fine.
So one each. So
but the boys are back, better than ever, and have we been gone? Yes, for 5 months. But it's fine.
We're back.
It's fine.
We're back, and we are better than ever.
We had an extended break, and we were dead for a while, but we're back.
So what happened in that time, G-Man? What are you up to?
I changed courses to be teaching, and I'm now doing woodwind teaching with this shirt, which you can't see because it's pretty far away, but it's fine.
Do you get a plug, do you?
I mean, obviously, that's rude not to.
So how much are you paying yourself to be in this podcast for sponsorship?
$6,000 a minute, mate, obviously. No, but alright, the thing is, so I've been doing that, just tutoring, and then now I've changed to teaching, and that's been it. I still work it.
That's right. Getting on the bandwagon, aren't you? The teaching bandwagon.
I mean, mate,
everyone's doing it.
We go to work for half an hour, and it's like we get paid way more than we would working anything else.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Holidays at archives, you get like 35 an hour, skinning photos. Oh wait,
literally
35 an hour.
Yeah, it's not bad, eh?
Yeah. Shit.
Oh, scan this, change your song. Oh, I started a tea break already. Shit. So literally.
This band will
that's me gone.
Yeah. Oh wow.
No, there's no
only one left.
Why we limit it? Why we limit it?
One each.
Who's going to watch it?
We've got a young audience. We've got a young audience.
Put on the band podcast, Mum. No. Like, no. It's fine. No.
Like, we need to restrict the content for like 18 plus.
Yeah. Because this ugly face
we should
can't
just do that.
scar
Yeah, honestly,
small children.
Just do that.
Actually, if a 4-year-old saw that, let's not talk about it.
Okay. But yeah, well, I stuck my guns. I'm still teaching. I didn't just ditch halfway through because I can't handle online learning. Oh no.
Mate. Talk about online learning.
Speaking about ditching uni, don't ask me.
Don't ask you why.
Oh, because I'm currently doing Year 0 units at university at the moment.
Nice.
Yes, I did enroll for like 2 weeks. Yes, I thought, nah. And yes,
Left.
I dropped out. So, what we're saying is I've deferred to next year, which technically is true.
But we all know deferred just means couldn't be bothered and I'm trash.
Okay.
No. But like, what are you doing now? Just working, mate?
Yeah, so I'm working at Ridges Mount Panorama. It's really good. And then, just working in the archives at Scott's also. So,
I mean,
it's truth.
Yeah, that is good.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Let's segue to music. So recently, unfortunately, Justin Bieber put out another album, and he broke a few records. I'll just say that.
Oh.
He got all 10 of the debut spots in Spotify.
Well, if you go on to Spotify and you click on his name and popular, this is that album.
Yeah,
the first 5 of that album.
Yeah.
The thing is,
they've replaced Baby. They've replaced.
Oh really? All that. Oh man.
All these Love You and those ones that wiped.
Gee.
So.
Yeah, that's like far gone.
Thank God.
Oh man, not a fan of the man myself, but that's pretty impressive.
Why were girls into him at the time? He had this big ass bowl cut looking thing. He's a weird man. A weird kid anyway.
He was a strange man.
But like, he's set for life now. He knows he can put out any average crappy song and he'll get like 50 million streams.
Speaking of putting out a crappy song and getting streams, can we shout out DJ Khaled? Because he knows. DJ, $50 million.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another what hamburger, mate? Like, you're gonna settle, yeah.
Dumbass.
No, legit. I saw a video the other day, and it's like, DJ Khaled explains what he does, and it's like he buys the beats. he buys the beats, gets the artist to sing. All he does is he goes, DJ Khaled.
Yeah. But
another one.
Like $10 is that's recorded, so he's only have to do it once.
Yeah. All he has to say, yeah. Got it once. This man's rolling in money in a mansion. Oh man. Only money in a mansion. What I've got to do with weird personal space at work. Bit of a story.
Oh, lack thereof.
Lack thereof, yep. So I walked over to this. So there was this dad and this daughter, and I reckon she's between 5 or 7. I'm thinking, oh yeah, hey, how are you? How can I help today? All
to the daughter?
Stuff. No, To the daughter.
Thank
That's
God.
creep. To the dad, mate.
How do you think?
I didn't even notice the daughter, to be honest with you. I just saw the dad. I was like, oh, hey, how you doing? How can I help? And then all of a sudden, I just feel like this hand go up my hand. I'm like, what the hell? And then, like, as part of, you know, doing the music stuff and doing any training, I had to, you know, have my Don't Be a Pedo training. And and as part of that, my pedo training went into overdrive, and I went, hell no. And it was creepy as I just saw like cops pulling up to the store and like getting carried away in handcuffs, going, "You're a pedo, get out of here!" And I was, it's just rough. And like it was so weird because she actually clenched it for a bit. I'm like, oh, and I had to like not make a face to the dad who I was trying to like sell like an iPad or something.
Yeah.
I was just there like, so we have the iPad 7 and the iPad 8, yeah.
Speaking of pedo training, have you talked to your face recently?
Oh.
In the words of me,
this is why you should be keen.
Oh yeah.
No, speaking of just this personal space, like I got a new job as well myself. I'm doing after-school care now. I finally have ditched coal services. Thank the Lord Jesus Almighty, I'm out of there now.
So
How long were you there?
I was there for,
Like
I think, 10 months.
10 months.
So I started there in Feb, and then I ditched in November.
The only thing I have is like a lot of butter chicken in the stomach. That's about it.
Yeah, that's literally how I fed myself
$5
on big
Did you
days.
graduate to the turban?
No.
I remember a long time ago.
Surely.
Episode.
10 months. 10 months. Surely
Was that 1 year?
I think the AirPods were 1 year.
I think 6 months.
The AirPods, yeah. What the hell's the AirPods?
No, it was 6 months the AirPods
turban?
and 6 months with
Turban
1
and the
year
AirPods.
with the AirPods.
Yeah.
How did you skip the turban training, mate? That's the question.
Yeah, well, I think the other bloke took it before me because he was actually Indian. So,
Imagine
yeah,
being actually Indian. Oh.
But no, life's a little bit better now. Only having to put up with
Do you have any
40 children a day. So
but do you have any issues though, or is it just me who has some 5-year-old on my hand?
Well, you get the kids that latch onto you, and they just hang around and don't leave you. When like you head outside and stuff, they're like, bam, 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 play soccer. I'm like, yeah, boys, righto. And then when it's all quiet, they get a little bit too close, and you've got to have your personal space. It's different. And being a male, it sucks. Like I've had the talk just to say, look, you're a male in this workplace. It's harder for you just because
I've actually had that too.
It's so
I had that for
frustrating and annoying that has to be said.
With Hammond Care, and I had the same chat of like, I won't have certain clients because it's usually a female industry like age.
Yeah.
So I think that is weird. Like, I mean, I can't do anything. I mean,
Yeah.
I could change genders, but no. So no, but like,
Lord help us all. Lord help the male
but-
society if you change into a female.
yeah, but like to be
don't
fair,
get
if I was some old bloke wanting to care, I wouldn't want some dude wiping my ass. So it just feels wrong. Like you marry
And
like you marry a girl for like 50
there.
years, and then all of a
Can't
sudden
get back now.
you marry a girl for like 50 years, and all of a sudden you have some dude. Stop that.
Oh God.
Yeah,
No. But no, like we've still been waiting how long for Tame Impala?
Slow Rush came out ages ago. It came
Yeah.
out like early because it was announced before his album came out,
Mm-hmm.
and that came out like at least pushing a year ago.
Yeah, April last
it
year
was, yeah,
we
April.
were going to Tame Impala. Then goddamn frigging COVID hit, and we got pushed back to December last year.
And that's
December's well and gone, and it's December this year now that we're off to Tame Impala.
December this year.
Absolutely ridiculous. I had another concert get postponed on me 2 days ago. It's now in Feb next year. It was going to
Which
be
one was
in.
that?
This is Lindsay Sterling.
Yeah.
And yep, I was meant to be seeing her mid-May, and yep, I'm now waiting another year for that. But
Human Nature's coming to town soon.
Really?
They're performing at the Beamer. Don't know the exact date, but it's pretty soon.
Have
Like
they
a month
released?
or two.
Have they ever like released an album, or they just
they've done
They've
albums.
released. I think it's been a while since
Because-
last.
Oh
week,
yeah,
but
yeah.
because
A
they're
long
at,
time.
because they're at every like Christmas special. They're always one of the acts who are always there. Like,
Yeah.
you know, Dummy Im, like they're always one of the acts. Human Nature always come up.
Mhm.
But they must just love Christmas. They must just pull in the bank. Like Michael Bublé, like he's
Oh,
popular.
don't get me
He's
started on
popular.
Michael Bublé. Not
He's
a fan.
popular, but
Oh, actually,
He
No
annoys me.
way.
He annoys me.
why?
I just
man,
it goes into a coma for the whole year.
holy, like,
Comes out.
oh, it comes out at Christmas.
Yeah.
I thought you meant
Okay.
next. I was like,
He's actually
I
music
wish.
though.
you're
No,
the
no.
most disrespectful
He's actually
human I've
music.
ever met. This is unbelievable.
Oh, can't
It's
believe
funny
it.
because his favorite singer is Elvis, but like he sounds so much like Frank Sinatra. It's ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, he'd be like so broke pre-Christmas, and then he'd be
Yeah.
like, here's a few million, there you set the rest of the year.
Yeah.
And his bank account drops until
Oh,
Christmas,
it's
and it
just
just
a
goes
big-
back up.
Yeah, that's why he put out an album. He put out an album like last year, like November or something, just to make up for the money. I reckon. He realised the Christmas money's going to be dry.
Oh.
I saw an interview of him on Graham Norton, and Graham Norton was like, in Australia, you're number one every year. And he's like, oh, thanks. Thanks for the money.
Oh, God.
Right.
I love when people like that are so true. They're like, yeah, I got heaps of money for that. And everyone's like, oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Thanks for the money.
Yeah, the thing is, like, and that's it. Like, if I was to ever be famous, which I'm not going to be, but if I was, like, I'd just be like, cheers for the money. You're the reason I bought this sick car. Like,
Literally.
like,
Yeah. Oh.
oh, man.
Or in Ed Sheeran's new album,
He's
it's
on there.
like coming out soon, isn't it?
Yeah, he announced it, but Afterglow wasn't the best song in my opinion. It wasn't bad, but it was just like thinking out loud.
Yeah. Well, you were saying it's typical Ed.
Yeah, typical.
It's just he followed his formula again.
Yeah, for
and,
sure. Like he just he knows he can put a bit of piano or guitar, pick to pick, and he just puts a bit of soppy lyrics about being together with someone forever, and then just call it a day, and everyone laps it up.
Mm.
I don't know. I just feel like I'm excited for him to go a different direction with his music because lately it's just been the same.
Mm-hmm.
Although when he did that number 6 collaboration project, a lot of those songs I didn't like.
Yeah, it took me a long time to warm up to some of them.
Yeah.
Just because I was just used to being sort of warmed into Ed's voice on a track, but then just getting bombarded with other just all these different genres as well as Ed just took me by surprise to start with.
Yeah, like and like you're saying, like with Skrillex and
Yeah.
just some weird collaborations.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it just sonically didn't make sense for him too because it was just some weird sounds. Like with Ed Sheeran, everyone thinks guitar, piano, soft ballad,
Nice.
You can hear his voice.
Yeah.
and straight away you go, yeah, that's an Ed song. Like if I played the first 30 seconds of Thinking Out Loud, you'd know straight away.
Oh yeah.
Not even 30, like 5. You'd just be like, yeah, that's Thinking Out Loud. That's his song. Yeah, but hopefully he goes in a new direction, which would be good.
Yeah.
Speaking of collaborations, music artists sometimes do this thing and it absolutely makes me insane, which is great for them and the person they include. The example is Ed Sheeran produced a song that went gangbusters really well. Anyway, it was going slightly dying.
Yeah.
So he brought Beyonce in
and
did a duet with
Yeah,
her.
that's
And
so
it
smart.
skyrocketed again.
You know who's the king of that?
They do it all the time and it's really smart.
Yeah. Absolute king of that. He has about 10 remixes of the song. Is
Who's that?
Lil Nas X, Old Town Road.
Oh
That
yeah,
song-
no,
song
he
was
got
huge. Like
yeah.
song was pretty
Miley
normal.
Cyrus's dad, Billy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Billy
Billy.
Cyrus.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got like literally like that yodeling kid in the
Yeah,
warm-up?
really?
Did they
He's,
get
Oh,
he's,
my
he's
God.
in one of the versions. I'm not even joking. And
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh,
No, the reason they got Billy Ray Cyrus is because country music fans were pissed that it was top of the country charts, and they're like, "This isn't country," or whatever.
Oh,
so
they
they
brought
got Billy Ray on so that it would count as a
country.
country song,
country
and then
music
it's
artists,
just
country music fans are going to be so toxic. They're like, this isn't real country. give me some Outback.
Some hillbilly ash.
oh, that's good.
Give me some Outback hillbilly looking in my truck. Going hunting. Like,
No.
no.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Triple J, I've been getting into the last little while. I'm loving that.
Yeah, 'cause as good as my new car is, my new Honda 30, doesn't have any Bluetooth, so stuck with a bit of
Stuck
with a bit of FM AM and a
Yo.
bit of CD action.
Yeah.
Ah, do what I did when I had this Subaru. Spend the best $7 you'll ever get. Put a little Chinese woman in the box of your car. It's good.
So, about cars.
The
real quick.
Bluetooth did that. I was like, no. Every time you turn the key, I'm like, no, not today. I'm
just scared to get pulled over and some cop would be like, yeah, Brett Test, the Bluetooth device. Like, what?
You are.
So don't worry
Who's
about-
in your trunk?
It did sound like you had a Chinese woman in the truck. Every time you turn the key.
Oh, about sounding weird. You know, like GPSs. I love when you go somewhere and they go, turn left on the road to Lithgow. You're like, where's Lithgow? Like, what? Or they go
Yeah.
Bathurst. You're like,
Oh, stuff. Don't get us started on Bathurst. Is Bathurst?
It's not even a hard word to pronounce. And everyone's like, Bathurst. Like, I remember The Voice, and a Sandy's boy went on, or Sanders, his name was, and they were like, yeah, local boy from Bathurst. You're like, did you even ask how to pronounce the word? Or you just go with it. Yeah, that's close enough. Like, they don't even know to say it.
Is it Lucknow
Oh no.
or Lucknow?
It's like now. It's now. N-O-W. You can't just...
N-A-W.
All the ads say Lucknow.
I don't
But you
really
can't
care.
just-
It's Lucknow.
What? It's no can.
N-O-W is pronounced no, apparently.
Yeah, but no. But can you imagine that skin shop and boot bar name where it's like, come down to Lick No skin shop and boot bar.
Lick No.
I said it wrong, but Lick No skin shop and boot bar.
Is that in your child training? Is it Lick No? That's what you're going to say, is it?
Yes.
Yes. That's in your mind, isn't it?
Oh,
Lick No.
And I'm doing like we're doing tutoring. Like the person I'm tutoring, he's chill. He doesn't care. He just doesn't say anything. He leaves all the curtains closed, and I'm like, no. Can't have that. That's not a good look. All of a sudden, Pedro passes, just sees a curtain, and it's like random saxophone music going. What? Oh, the Careless Whisper. They're like all the epic sax go. 000.
But I thank God you had Triple J in your car, honestly, because would have been a month ago now, wasn't it?
Yeah, you made an appearance.
Yeah, I texted in. They were asking about songs that calm you down, but are unlikely songs that calm you down. And so I quickly texted in the songs. I had two of them. One that just sort of it's ready to put me to sleep, like I chuck it on if I'm tired. And then there's one I listen to before all my exams, and they've rung me up and gone, "Yo, do you wanna come chat to what's her name?
Bridget Husband."
Bridget Husband. Yeah.
Like, if I ever get Triple J, I'm gonna talk to her because she's like so good.
Yeah.
And she's hot in real life anyway. But it's fine. But
Ultimotives.
Yes, ulterior motives.
But no. But like yeah. But with like I was just thinking, yeah, she's a good host. It'll be good. And then Ben goes, "I'm on Triple J in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, can you get me home?"
And then I go, "Who'd speak to?" "Oh, some person named." I think it was Bridget. I'm like, no. He's like, "Yeah, Bridget." I'm like,
I was on 1% too, so I've literally just had to say to them, "Look, can you give me like 5 minutes? I've got to come home and put my phone on charge. So as I get to your place, I'll run in, chuck my phone on charge, they ring me. 5 seconds later, I'm on.
It's okay though because
jumps in his car and records it for me. Absolute lad.
Yeah, he was super sad. He was thinking, "Oh crap, I can't record it in time." And I'm thinking,
yeah,
I'm in the car anyway because my hubcaps fell off.
Dumbass car you bought it like 2 days before.
Oh no,
hubcaps fall off.
No, the car's amazing now, but when I got home, it started like smoking, and I'm thinking, when you're like driving and you think, "Oh, that must be just a dirt."
You know when you like buy a shit car,
get scammed.
Yeah. Anyway, I open it and it smokes even worse. It's like oil leaked in it.
Oh,
but the guy in
Yeah.
Orange was so good. He like paid for a guy to come tow it.
Yeah.
And then fix it, bring it back in no charge. I was like,
sweet.
Lucky bugger.
Jeez,
because he just said that even though it probably doesn't cover under your warranty, like even though you've had it for like 2 days, I feel really bad. So I was like, sweet. Yeah, but I recorded it. She was really chill. She was like, and she seemed like surprised that you picked that song too, the Dead Mouse.
Yeah.
She's like, Dead Mouse, and you're like, yeah.
Yep. A complete opposite to what like you'd think calms you down, but I just hear a relentless heavy kick that's even throughout the whole song, and I literally drop out of my focus. Like I'd do that if I was driving. I'd just lose focus. I'm not like hopefully not fall asleep, but I just going.
I think because it's like so constant, your brain kind of just gets used to hearing it.
And it pumps.
Zone in.
When I turn the engine off, I'm just like, who the friggin' hell put this music up so loud?
Not gonna lie, it kind of gets rough when you're just that tired and the only thing you can see is the white strip in the middle of the road. You're like, about there.
That'll do.
That'll happen if I'm like on the way home and I'm like 5 minutes away and I'm like, just drive home because I do not want to pull over. So if I pull over, I'm going to sleep and I don't want to pull over in the middle of nowhere. Have some like person knock on my car, like get home.
Yeah. I'm making an advertisement about that tomorrow for a PE assessment task about car safety and a bit of fatigue and stuff like that. So I'll have to show it to you.
Look up the Irish car speeding ad.
Yeah.
Is that when the guy like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the guy?
Yeah. Shut up. Yes. Irish speeding ad to blue. What looks like Holden Astra. Not Holden Astra.
We obviously can't show it, but
it's very
look it
funny.
up.
Look it up.
Honestly,
we'll give you the link, hey?
Yeah, we'll drop that down the bottom.
Yeah,
it's funny.
In the description, go down.
It's
there.
a bit rough though, so.
Like, and we shouldn't
it's
laugh.
Banned, so if that
we shouldn't laugh. We shouldn't laugh at it because it's a serious thing, but we do.
And I quote: "Speeding kills a classroom full of our children."
I think I know what you're on about now.
If you haven't seen it, do yourself a favour, go down there, description.
Except it goes on for 20 seconds while they get in a bus, they go on a field trip, and this kid has this little
like,
blue car, and you're like, oh. And then But yes.
And then pancakes. I mean, what?
Oh, speaking of heading 150,000 miles an hour, Snowpiercer.
Yes.
Transition was quality then, Ben. I got to
Yeah,
that was,
thank you.
that
I did
So,
know where
as
you were going.
part of the podcast now, we're going to have two main segments. The music, obviously, which we just spoke about, and then TV, where all three of us will watch
an episode
of
of the
something.
show, yeah,
Yep.
and then come back and
Give us our rating, thoughts. So this week we watched Snowpiercer.
Episodes 1 and 2.
And 2. Yes.
Really good.
So-
Obviously keep it spoiler free. So the biggest, I guess, the biggest plot is that basically the world's come to an end and everyone's on.
Did they try and... It sounds dumb, but did they try and kill the sun? I forget what happened in the first 5 minutes because they got... It was really hot.
Yes.
And they got... This sounds totally dumb, but I think they got angry and tried to kill the sun.
If it wasn't the
something
sun, they
stupid.
just tried to cool the earth. And then it just kept going
accidentally-
from there. It's literally minus 170.
45.
Yeah,
So
something
it's like
massive.
when the in the second one when that happened, she
Yeah.
looked and said it's negative 145.
Yes.
Is what she said. But yeah, it can get
Anyway,
hectic.
so
Yeah.
biggest plot. So basically there's a whole ecosystem on the train. So you got from the upper rich class, the people who run the train, all the way down to what they call the tails, which is kind of like the lower class, the working.
And they weren't originally on there, so they've just jumped on. They needed to survive. Couldn't afford tickets, you guess. So
I wonder what that carriage at the back was actually for.
yeah, it looked like just storage. There was just stuff.
And at this stage,
Which makes it really depressing.
don't
Because that was
actually
just
know,
storage.
But we might find out. I kind of hope we do.
Yeah.
But again, spoil free, so if we do, we won't tell you.
Check it out.
Yeah,
It's
check it out.
absolutely
Snowpiercer
really
on
interesting.
Netflix.
The biggest actor, David Diggs, who's
Yes.
obviously quite known for Thomas Jefferson in Hamilton.
Yes.
Very
And,
good.
Hamilton is in Australia now officially the only performance of its kind in the world at the moment.
Ooh.
Yep,
That's
there's
a bit of a climb.
And you know
There's
why?
nothing
Because
else.
it's Hamilton. So they just
It's
went,
Hamilton,
hey,
yeah.
COVID, piss off. You're like, all right, just
Yeah.
just till the show's over and you're like, all right.
And so in 3 weeks, so probably in the next podcast or two, I'll be able to give you all an update because I'm off to it in April 10 or on April 10. Yeah, so
pretty close.
but
That's good stuff.
probably the first 5-star review in the Herald. Of
The Herald are pretty.
musical or-
The Herald are pretty blunt with
Yeah.
stuff. Like
they roast.
even ones that I really do like. I go, okay, give me the review.
Yep.
It's
Oh,
good
2
it's good to
stars.
see
yeah.
those sites as well that typically review really harshly, and then you see a really
One
positive
that's-
review. And you
One
think,
that's really
"Oh,
bad is
that must be good."
Yeah.
One that's bad is like The Guardian. The Guardian, I've only seen 1 5-star ever. Like I've never seen it. Like they always roast. They always I reckon I could show them Shawshank Redemption. I'll be like, 3 stars, not the best prison movie. And
No,
some critics.
I love that one.
Oh, and I love looking at movies and like you see IMDb and it's like 7, and then Rotten Tomatoes is like 95. You're like, I wonder who I trust.
Yeah.
Or Rotten Tomatoes is like 27, and IMDb is like 8.4. You're like, yeah. But back to Snowpiercer, I think the directing's really good. Obviously the scenery is really great.
Yeah, just being constrained. They've done such a good job to create these little segments of story in a carriage.
Yeah, and it's
that's really nice.
And it's really great too because it's kind of does a 2 things at once. It kind of makes you feel constrained, but also at times feel really big because you realise how much is in the train.
And how they're
Like how much
sustaining
stuff
all life.
1001
people.
carriages.
Carriages.
Carriage.
Yeah.
3,000.
An ungodly amount.
Have they measured people? Have they mentioned how many people?
Well, they probably...
No, they have.
The
The
head
number
count of the
was.
tail.
I don't know whether it was above, but I definitely know 3,000.
3,000.
Whether it's above that,
Yeah, but
but it's definitely.
how sus is that last carriage then? If they were like just going to use it for storage,
Yeah.
then
Why
this whole
not?
Surely it can't be
civilization.
used for nothing. Because
Yeah.
on a train that serious, like it's the world.
Yeah.
Like why would you want to have a spare carriage? Like I mean, I guess obviously storage, but like you wouldn't want to have too many spare because
But
why would you want to carry so much? Yeah.
it's pretty barricaded back there. Like you can't.
No, the
So
doors are locked.
yeah. So
Only access to the
is from the
higher
other
ups,
side,
yeah.
So
Yeah, but great acting
know.
too.
Mm.
Like the
I feel,
VG's
I feel
really
like
good.
they built a really good like framework, and they could go anywhere with it.
Yes.
And I'm really
Yeah,
excited
that's-
to see where they can go.
There's a season 2.
bit of news.
I know there are new episodes out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but,
I
it's
don't know
constantly
what-
saying that.
Yeah.
bit of news
I
because
just-
when I watch a TV show, I got sucked into a show called Forever back in the day about a guy who like solved crimes and he was like he was immortal and it was
Yeah.
super awesome and I was like so keen for season 2 because back then I didn't even know shows could get
That's
cancelled
right.
and then last minute pulled the plug. So now
Gone.
whenever I watch a show I go I need at least 3 seasons or like
Speaking
2.
of cancelled, CSI Cyber, I'm still salty.
Yes.
That show is the oldest show on the planet. It's the best show on the
That
planet.
was
too.
great.
And it got dropped after the 2nd season.
Yeah.
Was that the spin-off with the girl? I don't remember her name.
I
The
think so.
blonde one? Yeah. That was
The
good.
last episode is the biggest cliffhanger in season 3
Oh,
I've
I
ever seen.
hate that.
And then they
And
stopped
it's
it.
gone.
I was like,
That's
dude,
what
you've
they
got
did.
a perfect
Yeah.
flow into
I
season
don't know
3.
if any of you have seen
and
it, but
that
My
guy.
Name is Earl was like a really funny
Yeah.
comedy about a guy who like committed so many wrong things in his life that he made a list of like making up to everyone. So if you have Disney Plus, it's got 4 seasons. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
And each episode will be about him making up, like each episode will be him ticking off something on the list.
Yeah.
So like if he stole from someone, he'd be like, oh, I'm gonna go buy that guy beer because I stole something from him. Or, you know?
Yeah.
And it's really good. But they were told they were gonna get season 5, and then the last minute got cut.
No.
Oh,
And
cut.
Season 4 got a cliffhanger, and now,
And
Wow.
but yeah, I go back to Snowpiercer. I checked. Season 2 is confirmed. Season 2 they have 8 episodes in now,
Mm-hmm.
and season 3 is already
released or filmed?
released.
That's
So
sweet.
season 1's done. Season 2,
Sweet.
8 episodes in, a few to go.
Season 3?
Season 3 is confirmed already.
Oh, sweet. There we go.
Yeah, but
Might have to
yes.
wait for it,
Yeah.
but we're still...
No, that's the thing
Yeah,
for sure.
still got it.
But yeah, but that's the thing that I agree with you though, because of how big the train is, they can go anywhere with it.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
It's just unbelievable.
Because with 1001, you could make up
Aren't there like
what's
17 carriages for like strawberries or something?
Or just the
Yeah.
agriculture.
Stupid, yeah.
Feeding those people, like
The-
the imaginative
Like,
side of creating this
Yeah.
my
universe is
genuine
brilliant.
question is where do they get the food from? Because after a while, it's got to run out.
Yeah.
No,
well,
not really.
at this point,
Oh,
could you think genetically
after a long
modified
time.
stuff? Like if they're smart enough to have a train, they're in their 6th
7th year, they
year,
said?
70
seventh
year
year,
of
yeah,
going around.
looping around the world, and you'd think, how on earth have they managed to have fuel?
Are we recording on here?
Also, can we think it
Mhm.
logically? Are they going on like one continent or something?
Yeah,
Or is
well,
that just too much?
look, they're on. They were going through mountains at one
They're
point.
going
Were they
through
on
hilly,
stilts at some
pretty-
point?
Yeah, but then
There's a video.
I don't think you could put that on stilts.
yeah, but
Yeah.
then also like
Imagine
where
That's
do
a
how much it
long.
weighs.
the
Yeah.
thing is that they have to
The
stop.
preparedness too.
Oh yeah.
How
They
could you
have
be
to
ready?
stop eventually.
Yeah.
Like they have to. Like, they can't just go forever.
But then they have to go a certain speed to keep to get up certain hills and things like
Yes.
that.
Yes. And not.
And
running
you will
out of
see
fuel.
that if you watch it.
Yeah. So do.
Yeah,
Definitely.
definitely watch it. But yeah, I just think like the setting's really cool. It's kind of like Hogwarts on roids, I reckon. Just like the Hogwarts train.
Yeah,
with all the
yeah,
food.
yeah.
Just
Like
that,
the
but on
Hogwarts.
roids. But yeah, but honestly, like I don't know, like can the train stop? And like although
What can
If you
it
stop-
start again? And
Yeah,
what
that's-
will happen if it does?
yeah, because I
And
got
this sounds really cringe, but if you're watching along with us, do comment down below. It sounds really cringe.
Yeah.
But we'd love to interact with you guys.
Hmm.
yeah,
So
honestly, anyone,
watch it with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally anyone like
Hmm.
as stupid as this sounds, subscribe, like all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah. But watch it with us.
Yeah, comment.
Because we're up to episode 2 and we'll
Yep.
watch 2 episodes.
I think you were playing catch up.
One?
We'll try and watch one.
No,
No,
he's-
I'm done.
No, he's up.
You're
He's
done?
up to date.
Yeah, caught up.
He's
So
big
one
today.
yesterday, one today.
Yeah. Nice. Awesome.
Yeah,
So one.
about 50 minutes, 40 minutes long, so it's a
Yeah.
really good.
Decent. It's
Yeah.
But honestly, the 50
you
minutes
don't lose
doesn't.
interest.
The 50 minutes flies by.
Yep.
Oh,
Gone.
it does.
Because
really does.
in the episode it comes up, and something happens and you go, crap, they're going to solve that.
Ooh.
Then they kind of
Mm.
step by step, then you go, it's done.
Sorry. What?
And
Yeah.
like a proper director should, every time the show ends, you think, one more.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Ben and I
The
did it the
worst
other
thing.
day
Yeah.
because it was late, but Ben and I almost were like this close to just going.
One.
Look, what's another 50 minutes? Like,
Oh.
who needs sleep? Like,
Oh.
not me. Like,
Thank God Netflix have the option to turn off the autoplay, because some people would be dead.
oh no,
Looped.
what's the? But then, like when you're binging on Netflix and then it says, "Are you watching?" You're like, "Yes, I'm watching." Press play, like because you get so used to this it just playing.
I've never
that
seen
stops.
that before.
Maybe you have a
So-
life and that doesn't.
How much do you have to watch?
No,
before it gets
not really
free?
me, that's
no,
like-
serious. How much do you have to watch
I
before?
genuinely
it goes?
don't know. I think it's when because
Is it halfway through end of an app? What are we
Oh no, it'd be a couple episodes
no, it's like a
before
few
it says
because like I know when we get in the mood, we watch quite a few episodes and then
the mood.
what? Don't be weird.
Shut up, Ben.
Shut
Shut up.
Yeah, like it just says it just says like continue watching. I'm like.
Although hashtag, I'd kind of cry if I accidentally fall asleep an entire series watched.
Yeah,
by
hey.
That's happened to
You
me.
finished. I'm like,
Of course,
what?
that's happened to you.
No, as in,
Trust.
No, as in I've watched an episode and gone.
Oh my god.
I'm waking up for episode 2, and then I wake up and it's up to episode 6. I'm like, what? And I'm thinking, I know I didn't watch that many, and I'm like,
I've done that. Fell asleep for about 5 minutes. Woke up and went,
Where are we
shit.
now? That's what my grandparents do. My grandparents fall asleep halfway through an episode.
that is literally like they go, let's watch this movie.
You know,
and,
when you're
and they push to watch this movie. You're like, I've seen it already, but because I love you, I'll put it on.
You know, when you're on the treadmill and if you like fall off or you know,
Yeah, the thing.
the emergency stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
Netflix
scary
needs one
as.
of those. Hey. Netflix
Yeah, just
needs to be like, you're asleep, bruv. You're off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
automatic pause.
oh no,
yeah.
nothing's worse when you're driving the treadmill and then all of a sudden the emergency thing pulls out and you just stop all of a sudden.
And you
Legs-
run into the controls. You're like, oh,
And your legs just like break. You're just like, oh, crap.
Now, you boys know Independence Day, the movie?
Yeah,
At all?
Will Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So the second one, Independence Day Resurgence, my granddad took me to that.
yeah.
It's a recap of what happened. So there's dog fights in the air. Granddad's out. He's asleep in the first 5 minutes.
geez.
About
And
that, I
the
slept
White House
during,
is being blown up, and he's just.
Like literally the best, like
Must be
with all,
something.
like with all those movies, the best bits at the start always. Like it's always like, oh crap, we're gonna get bombed, and then everyone gets bombed, and you're like, oh, and then they spend an hour solving that
Telling
happening,
you how or why.
and then finally it's the good bit at the end. It's a bit like, yeah. I remember we went to watch Glass
And you fell asleep.
only because Split was amazing.
You fell
Split.
asleep.
Have you seen Split with the the guy with the multiple? Definitely watch it. No spoilers, but
Yeah.
multiple. He plays like the villain
26
plays.
people at the
26
same. Yeah,
versus-
26
Oh.
alternate
The
personalities.
fact he
and
didn't
it's
clean up
unbelievable.
the fact he
that
didn't clean
chick.
up the freaking
Is he
Oscars and
mental
stuff.
or is he?
Yes, all but there, like not even hanging
It's
on
It's like
to
it's like
any normal sanity. Like he's
Oh,
gone.
okay.
schizophrenia based.
I was
Like,
wondering how.
huge like,
He's
crazy
just,
case of it.
No, that's right.
he's a child.
Split's
Like
amazing.
he becomes
Oh, that
5-year-old
child
kid,
personality is so funny when he like has
and
a lisp and
then
he's like,
becomes
yeah, thanks man, let's go play Minecraft.
Yeah.
You're like,
But the acting is fantastic, like his accents and just the
Like,
body mannerisms.
how
and
he
stuff.
didn't
The
clean
idea
up-
of it sounds kind of strange, but
Yeah,
it's
and
good
Night
acting,
Shyamalan,
but I might have to watch it.
Equals strange, pretty much. Like
Yeah,
you don't know what to
yeah.
expect with him.
But I love the movie because I feel like it just kept going. Like movies, my favorite movies are the ones that you feel like don't stop. Like some movies,
Because you need to have something to feed your attention the whole time. Because I'm pretty sure you have ADHD. You
No,
can't get distracted.
it's not that.
So you really
No,
need
but like,
something.
okay, here's an example. Avengers: Age of Ultron was like that middle movie in the Avengers series, and that it's just nothing happened. Like in that movie, like not much happened compared to like the first Avengers and the last one. Like I could watch a movie if the story progresses, but if the story like just takes a fat pause or midway through, and there's half an hour.
We could cop some fat hate right now.
You could cop some bad.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, don't count me in that one.
Yeah, we could cop
No.
some magic this
No, no,
time.
no.
Marvel's
Overall-
pretty good.
No, overall, Avengers 1's really good, and then I
Yeah.
loved, was it Infinity War's before Endgame, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Infinity
Well,
War's
was
really,
it?
really good.
Endgame was at the
Mate,
start of the Avengers
shut up.
timeline,
Anyway,
of course.
Infinity War was amazing. I loved the ending. You know, I loved how, like, 'cause it was the first Marvel movie where it didn't resolve itself.
Mm-hmm.
Because all the Marvel movies, that's my only complaint, is they resolve themselves too easily. They just go, we'll just time travel back and just done.
That gets kind of old.
But
They
no,
need to find different ways to do it. Like once, maybe twice, if you leave it like a break in a movie is fine.
Yeah.
But if you're like, yeah, we'll just time travel back and then do this.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
What
that's
they
too
did
easy.
really well was WandaVision. WandaVision
Actually,
was
I didn't watch
absolutely
that, I've heard it. It's
unbelievable.
really good.
Highly recommend that. Haven't seen the second episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier yet, but Endeavour 2.
is that good?
That the first episode was mint.
That's a miniseries, though, isn't it? It's only
yeah.
one series.
And then there's another one, I think June. Correct me if I'm wrong, but June is Loki. Loki gets
Yeah,
his
that's
own
actually
series.
good. He's
That
actually a good
looks
actor.
Sick.
He's a good actor.
Tom Hiddleston's amazing. I've watched the breakdown of the trailer, and it's
what else
pretty
is he? He's in
interesting.
something else, obviously.
Uh,
Because that's a famous name, but what else is he? He's got to be in something else.
yes. I can't think of the top of my head. Yeah.
Yeah.
don't do it.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't feel it.
No, well, I actually want to know because
You want to know? All right. We're just doing some background research.
Speaking of halfway through something, grabbing your laptop, we did this great debate in the school. So I was on the negative team. No, I was on the affirmative speaker first.
yeah.
So it was me and my two teammates, and it kind of didn't go our way, to put it simply. So without blowing anything. So we got up the front, and the first bloke had like 2 palm cards, and there were heaps of dot points on them, and he was doing really well. Yeah, I got up with my A4 sheet paper. It didn't have a lot on it, and it was evident by looking straight through it and seeing there was not a lot there. Evidently, I didn't print the second page.
Oh, God.
Even though there was much on, 'cause I'm an idiot. So I just grabbed my laptop and started reading. And the adjudicators were like, is that even allowed? And
yeah, so may or may not have closed the lid. A bit awkward, and I kind of ruined the recording, but anyway, we're back. Enjoy.
And then the second bloke, the third bloke grabbed his laptop and just opened his emails mid-debate.
Emails.
And then
What's the topic again?
Check your Gmail.
No, literally. Opened up his
Jesus.
school email, and he forgot his school email password.
Oh,
no
really?
way.
Oh.
It sounds like one of those
This
comedian
dude.
stories. It's like too good to be true, but
Yeah, no,
it
that's
happened.
bad.
True
So
story.
then the third speaker, the negative, got up and was like, the first speaker, had one palm card, didn't actually make a valid argument at all, like as far as the debate goes. The second bloke actually used his laptop, and the third bloke actually opened his emails mid-debate, so I don't think that counts. And the adjudicators were like, yeah, you're kind of right, so you win. I was like, oh, treated.
Gee. Got absolutely
Well,
roasted. Oh,
literally.
no.
So,
Wow. Yeah, never
Right,
put my
never
hand
know.
up to debating.
no.
No.
Oh, about public speaking. I was always good at public speaking to like a classroom. Like to one of the classrooms. Like, at the CWO we used to do at Cathedral.
Oh, yeah.
I used to always make it onto that like second classroom stage.
You would,
And then one year for some reason I made it to most of the school, remember, hopping up.
Yep.
And it was the funniest thing because everyone who knows me knows I stutter. But public speaking I can just turn it off. I don't know why. But then when I get nervous, I'm not stuttering, but like my leg just shook uncontrollably, and I'm sitting there having a massive seizure, just like, and I'm part of my speech, and everyone's just looking at me.
Everyone's like, yeah.
And I'm like sweating buckets, thinking, please no one notice. And then I look down and I go, oh my god, totally like the chicken dance or something with my leg, like, nothing worse.
The key when that happens is don't publicly address it. Just
play
it off.
Yeah, because
play it off.
Because people think, oh, if I dress it, it'll be cool. We're like, no, because most people won't even notice. Like, only you notice.
When you get up there and go, oh, sorry, I lost my spot in a speech, just stop. Get your spot.
Dramatic effect, mate. It's fine.
Go on.
Yeah, like everyone goes, yeah, sorry, I lost my spot.
Like everyone knows you lost your spot.
Yeah.
But don't say it.
No, I don't. If you get up there and it's like, lost my spot, everyone goes, oh, well, okay, this speech is kind of crap. But if you just go, stop for a second, everyone goes, oh, and then you keep going. No one ever knows.
The best thing is if you stop at the end of a sentence and then use that for dramatic pause.
Yeah.
While you find your spot.
Then go on as if nothing happened.
And everyone's
I've seen it a couple of times and you can really
good.
spot it. And it's pretty creative when someone does it.
Yeah, but it's like with music too. Like, as you know, musicians.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you're playing to like a casual person, like, obviously, if I'm playing a song to you, Ben or Gordon, like, you guys will know when I'm playing it wrong. But if I'm playing it to like my grandparents who just go, oh yeah, play this song, I could play the completely wrong key. Wrong note, play it backwards, doing a handstand, flipping my saxophone.
Actually, can you do that for your next video?
Do you think I can do a handstand, Ben?
No.
Do you think that can do a handstand? No.
Unless we're in a pool. The pool I can do a handstand.
because
the water holds you up. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, but the best thing about music with family members is most of them you can play anything and they'd be like, oh, sick. Like, I remember doing like a concert, for my family members during Christmas one time.
Concerts, yeah.
And I just at the time I played Pink Panther like 2 years prior, but I was just like, I can't be stuffed learning anything else. With that Pink Panther, and everyone freaking loved it. I'm like, mate, this is 2 years old. I don't even care. Like,
and the good thing with tunes like that is if you've played the song a million times and you know the chorus or a specific riff that you're going through, and you lose your spot, hopefully your brain can kick in and get you there.
Muscle memory.
Find your spot.
I could play the melody of Pink Panther right now. Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's just muscle memory. Yeah. And and people, and it's so funny. Like, being a musician, like if you play anything, like even half, like reasonable, half decent, they think you're amazing. Like I can just play a little scale and just go, da-da-da-da-da, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, how'd you do that?" I'm like, I learned that like 5 years ago, but okay.
Don't get a critic in here. They're like, "Oh, you playing that wrong?" You're like, "Shut up."
Oh, about that, you know what, at Stedford, when you waiting in the hall, and like there'd be me just playing a few little warm up notes.
Shit. Strike three.
No, but you'd be in there and you'd just be playing along normally, and then some show off dick from like Sydney would be like in the middle of the hall just going diddle 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 diddle, and you're just like an absolute knob, mate. Like you don't know that like you think the girls are gonna love you, mate, but all the girls are like walking over here because they don't care. Like there's just me playing like just a normal note, just going to get hand management, and then there's that person trying to be like a
bloody
absolute skits, and
you're like,
some dude trying to be epic sax guy like, on Roy's. You just say like, mate, it's Stedford.
No one cares.
Oh mate, about this like a bit of a rivalry at Stedford. Getting all Saints to just clap our cheeks. They were just like we'd be playing just normal. Like we practice all year, good to go, and then we get there, get like high recommended, and then All Saints would come along. And then All Saints come along and just be like, "Hey, here's freaking Beethoven's Symphony. That we played in like 1 minute. We learned it yesterday. Oh, we came first." We're just like, we spent all year playing tequila. Legit no, but like playing tequila is the funniest thing because I had a conductor. I won't say her name because that's just silly, but she would obsess over one bar of tequila.
Yeah,
and all it was and because trumpets would play it wrong, she would obsessively make the band play it.
Just go again.
Oh, and like the worst with conductors is when they say, "We'll play it through and we won't stop." 5 bars in, yeah, I'm gonna stop here and just go over this bit.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh no.
No. It never happens. If someone ever says, "Yeah, we're not gonna stop," it's like the chances of that actually being true.
Oh, and also, random bad feeling like was it just me or did everyone hate when you walk in a classroom and the teacher would already be like 2 programs deep on the board, and you're like, oh, it's one of those sitting down writing off the board lessons where all you do is you walk in and you just there like.
Or maybe
if
you just actually remembered your timetable and knew where you were next period, you'd be on time.
Or purposely don't show up. One of the two.
No, but literally some of them you walk in, they'd already be starting. Like sit down and write. You're like for 50 minutes, you're just breaking your hand, just trying to keep up with this person.
No.
And like they leave the words there for like all of 5 seconds. They go, "You done? Yeah, sure."
Well, the best thing is every school kid says this. So I leave maths at 12:10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I have to be at geography at 12:10.
And the worst is, and the worst thing is like...
Why are you late? Because I had to walk. I didn't get here.
Give me an Uber and I'll drive here if you want me to, but like, until then... No, but like, and the worst thing is that math's usually like upstairs in like, away, and the geography's usually freaking down the bottom of the school. So even if you like leave straight away, be a good boy, go straight there, it's 5 minutes, just from walking.
Going from maths to PE, you'd need an Uber. You literally could go around far back in the ovals
there's
and
like
then get there.
7 hills. You got to like climb Mount Everest just to get up there.
Yeah.
It's just not good.
That might be a pretty good place to leave it, gentlemen.
I reckon.
I think that
was huge.
Yeah,
that was big.
That went along
How
much
long
longer.
that was?
We will investigate.
The last one was 8 minutes. I wasn't able to day. It's so funny. Like because I remember doing it
5 months ago.
Yeah, 5 months ago. I was watching it. And it's so funny because at the time we were thinking, this has been forever, let's just wrap it up.
Yeah.
And then Gordon goes...
Wait, when was that?
That was over there.
Yeah.
Is that the Bergen one?
Yeah.
Holy...
Wii bowling.
But next week, we're going to do
300.
Next podcast, we're going to do a Wii Sports segment. All
Yes.
I reckon maybe golf,
I'm going to slap you all in golf.
If you have a preference, anyone listening, if you have a preference of what you want us to beat Nat at, then just let us know.
Except baseball because it's 2-player, but anything else?
Yeah, we're going Wii Sports. Well, I will tell you if we change, but
what do we have? We have bowling, tennis,
not boxing either.
Golf.
That's 2-player.
Yeah.
Bowling, tennis, and golf. I feel like
we could do a tournament.
Yeah, let's do it. Bowling, tennis, golf.
Tennis is a bit weird, but we can all play.
Yeah.
But only two aside.
G-Man gets the crappy pro player because he needs a handicap.
They've clapped our checks recently, so I wouldn't say that.
Oh. Okay, like before we finish, Wii Sports programming is so retarded. Like you're there.
Oh no, it is.
Yeah.
Like literally, like if you like because Gordon and I love making new characters and starting again. Like
Gupta.
after we get Gupta, yeah. No, like we love it because we go 0 all. Oh, Eliza.
No, what's that one then?
Jack.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't say that.
Nah,
No, but like, and we start 10 as 0-0. Like, and we go up to about 200 XP, and then it'll be about 400, and then they go, hey, first time
it's
17.
1900. You're like,
Yeah,
what?
absolutely.
Yeah, there was 400
6
people.
times.
Won that. Oh god.
Yeah, 400, and then both of us are 400, and then they go, here's someone with 2000 XP, and you're like, what?
Yeah,
and
then
they
you lose
absolutely
the match. It's
destroy
like,
us.
whoa, you all suck. Here's someone with like 2 XP. Like, what?
Alright, yeah, next week. Alright, so as part of commenting for Snowpiercer, also comment baseball, dumbass, bowling, tennis, golf. And we'll put up, actually, a good idea, I'll put up a poll on my Instagram
On
I like it. I like it. Yeah.
to just say, answer the question, pick which one.
What do you guys want to play? If you had to say, look, I want to do
3 of
this.
us. I reckon golf's a goal.
Golf. We've
I'm
done the
gonna pick
bowling.
Golf, yeah.
Tennis or golf.
Yeah.
Tennis or golf, yeah.
And then we'll do a tournament in the next couple of weeks of all 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
And see who's the champion.
Let's do it. And then,
Done.
Ben, we have a little surprise segment for you as well. Next podcast, Good and I have thought up.
Oh.
Yeah, we
So,
have actually. So,
Let's actually quickly announce that before we go.
no, get your taste buds ready.
Yeah.
So-
Taste buds.
So, Gordon and I, even though we both earn plenty of money, we're stingy. We go to Audi all the time. Like, we love it. We love a good bargain.
Oh.
You know that 97-cent cola
86 cents.
Yeah.
compared
Yes.
to the $2
Wait.
Coca-Cola?
Oh.
We're going to buy the
We're
normal
gonna-
Coke
Okay.
and the 86
Okay.
cents Coke, and we're going to see if you can test it.
Okay.
Blindfold,
Yeah.
mate.
If you
Blindfold.
can see
I like
which
it.
is which.
I like it. Yeah.
If
I'm-
you can taste, because he's blindfolded, you can't see.
Does he see?
Yeah, you do.
That's fine. Yeah, because it's funny because we bought it, and Jack was just mortified. He's like,
Like,
"Is this not on brand Coke?" You're like, "Mate, it tastes the same."
like yeah, it might taste the same, but does the same job. Tastes bloody similar.
It tastes the same, and it doesn't like. And you could buy 4 of them before like buying a normal Coke bottle. Just about like.
Does it taste the same?
We'll have to
We'll
find
find
out.
next week.
Tune in next
Next
time.
All right,
week.
thank you, Gordon.
Yeah.
Welcome to the podcast, mate. Welcome
Yeah.
as a member. I reckon that was a member.
Yeah, no, I think I'll make an appearance next time. That's good.
do
Good.
it.
I like it.
All right,
Thank
guys.
you very much, everyone.
Thanks for tuning in.
See you next time.